All right, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about tire PSI and how it can affect our wheelies actually extremely, even when you're a beginner or a vet, we'll call it, in wheelies. Tire PSI is very important. It is going to be what keeps your bike going in a straight line. It makes it a little easier to keep it from falling left to right. Now, if you're trying to do circle wheelies and things like that, more advanced wheelies, sometimes a higher PSI can be better because it'll help it fall over easier. But tire PSI, especially when we are learning, is extremely important, because when we are learning, it's a lot harder to stay in a straight line. We are trying to figure out how to just get the wheel up. So the last thing we want to worry about is falling left, falling right, or veering left or veering right. And that's the bigger issue normally, is veering left or veering right. So if you want to stay in a straight line, tire PSI is going to be extremely important while you are learning. And especially if you're on a bike that you're having trouble getting the wheel off the ground, or if you're a smaller rider, depending on if you're on a leader bike or something bigger with more power. Sometimes when you dump the clutch, that back wheel is just gonna spin or almost do a burnout. This is something I dealt with for a while because you can't get enough weight back there. So also lowering the PSI, more contact patch on the road, softer tire, it'll grab the road a whole lot easier and bring the wheel up. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And I do want to clarify, I am talking about rear tire PSI, not front tire. If you want to change your front tire PSI, up to you, but this lesson is on rear tire PSI because that's obviously going to be the tire that is on the road while we're doing a wheelie. Front wheel is going to be up in the air, so PSI doesn't matter as much with that. PSI though, let's kind of discuss standard PSI. We're going to kind of go like this and just slowly move down the line. Normally you're going to have your front or rear PSI somewhere 30, 32 PSI. Front a little less, I believe, rear a little bit more. So this is just like standard riding. Once you start stunting, you can slowly lower the PSI, maybe 28 PSI, maybe even 27. But a lot of times I'd say bump it down, I don't know, somewhere 24, 25 PSI. If this still isn't really doing it for you, we can go another level down and say somewhere between 20 and 22 PSI. And then from here, if that's still not working for you, we can crank that thing down in the teens, right? 15 to 19 PSI, somewhere in there, if that's what you want to do. So these are some PSI ideas. These is just standard, those right there. So you really don't have to think about that. So anything here you can start working with, maybe start a little higher, see how it feels, how it works for you. Because one thing we don't want to do is get so used to having such a flat tire or such a low PSI that we're not even comfortable riding in regular PSI, and we can't even wheelie with regular PSI. So once you start stunning, a lot of times you are going to keep your PSI lower in general, especially as you advance and start trying new wheelies and harder wheelies. But just keep that in mind. You don't want to learn on like extremely low PSI and only be comfortable at like 15 PSI. In my opinion, not the best idea. Somewhere more balanced would be a good idea. Honestly, sweet spot at that point is probably somewhere 20, 25 PSI. Again, depends on the rider. So maybe shoot for keeping it somewhere in here. Even in the middle would probably be even better, getting used to somewhere like 23. Again, because at that point, we're getting close to, at the top end, 10 PSI less. So it does make a difference. And I'm, again, not encouraging you guys to just completely make your tire flat to make it easier to go straight. But this is a very, very popular practice and concept in stunt riding, is lowering your PSI in your tire. So what we are going to do is hop out on the 2015 Yamaha FZ07 and kind of just dive deeper into PSI, what it helps with, what it feels like, and kind of go from there. Because again, I'll show you here on the bike. I obviously can't change a PSI on these things, right? But when you have more PSI on the bike, your wheel is going to be, or I should say your tire is going to be more crowned. It's going to have less of a contact patch on the road. You know what I mean? Like if you have a peak on your tire with normal PSI, your bike's going to kind of want to go that way while you're learning. It's a little harder to keep it just going dead straight. If your tire PSI is much lower, as we bring the bike up, you're going to have a whole lot more tire contacting the road. So it's going to have to fight that tire to fall left or right. It's kind of hard to show with the little models here, but I'll show you a really bad drawing really quick. Flatter PSI tire as it hits the road. This is the road. You have much more contact patch. Regular PSI tire. I mean, you can see the difference, right? This is a really bad drawing, but you're probably, depending on how you're riding, probably doubling your contact patch. This is a regular standing tall tire. This is one that starts sagging into the road because it's flatter, less PSI. So these are just all ideas and techniques, to keep in mind, and they're very popular, and you've probably heard of it or heard people, if you start taking air out of your tire on a ride, they're like, oh, this guy's about to wheelie, things like that. It's because it's a very popular concept. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me go get my gear, like I always say, full gear, private road that I have permission to ride on. We're gonna hop out there and do it. Also, if you guys are interested in a Cardo best Bluetooth system for your motorcycle helmet, you can listen to music, talk to buddies, 10% off School of Wheelie code if you go to cardosystems.com. But yeah, let me get geared up and hop on the FZ and let's discuss and showcase tire PSI, rear tire PSI. All right, guys, we are out on the FZ07, riding outside, a little bit warm today. I'm going to fire it up. Today, as you saw, we just discussed a little bit of PSI, tire PSI on the whiteboard. And I want to just dive a little farther into it while we're out on the motorcycle. Tire PSI is important because if you want to keep your bike in more of a straight line like this and not fight it too much, especially while we're learning, right? Like you want to be able to just get the wheel up like this, hit the brake, smooth on your throttle, and kind of stay straight, right? When we're trying to learn that, lowering your PSI helps so much, as we discussed, because you have a bigger contact patch. It's going to help just keep you in a straight line and not pull left or right, and that's so important. So again, maybe give it a go, lower that PSI. It's important. You really gotta just at least give it a shot. PSI for me was a big one, especially when I was wheeling my 600s and my leader bikes, because I'm a smaller rider, so getting that traction I needed on the road to get the wheel up in general, lowering the PSI helped a ton, because your wheel's a little bit softer and stickier. It's not as firm. It's a whole lot easier to get the wheel off the ground. It really is. Right now on my FZ07, I'm actually running my PSI low. I actually have to go air my tire up. But right now with me doing all these wheelies, my PSI is sitting somewhere around probably 23, give or take. So, I mean, it's at a good spot, but I would consider it, for me too, a little bit low. I could probably crank it up a little bit, but I do feel like for me as a rider, once you feel it out, you learn where that PSI kind of locks you in to a good spot when you're able to just kind of keep your bike going straight. For me, it feels good currently. So again, these are just things to keep in mind, but I highly recommend you just kind of give a bunch of different PSIs a try. Just slowly work your way lower, see how it feels, see where you like it. It all depends on the bike. It depends on the rider. It depends on how advanced you are in your wheelies. There's so many things. So just mess around with the PSI a bit, see what you like and see what makes sense for you. And per usual, find a set of roads that are tucked back, private, that you have permission to wheelie on and practice on, and wear your full gear and get out there and just practice. Throw the wheel up, throw it back, see what that PSI is doing for you, and I promise you, before you know it, you'll have it figured out. It just takes some practice and feeling things out. Trial and error, trial and error. So again, you guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope it made some sense. I'm gonna throw some other videos up here pretty soon discussing balance point, things like that. Check out the wheelie course in the description. Go watch some more whiteboard lessons on the YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.